buildings. Do you see all these things? He said, I tell you the truth. Not one stone here will be left on another. Everyone will be thrown down. And as Jesus was sitting on the Mount of Olives, the disciples came to him privately. Then tell us, they said, when will this happen? And what will be the sign of the coming of the end of age? And Jesus answered, watch out that no one deceive you. For many shall come in my name, claiming, I am the Christ, and will deceive many. You will hear of wars and rumors of wars, but see to it that you are not alarmed. Such things must happen, but the end is still to come. Nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and earthquakes in various places. All these are the beginning of birth pains. Then you will be handed over to be persecuted and put to death, and you will be hated by all nations because of me. At that time, many will turn away from the faith and betray and hate each other. And many false prophets will appear and deceive many people because of the increase of wickedness, and the love of most will grow cold. Amen. But he that stand firm to the end shall be saved.
Amen. Amen. Thank you, Apostle Grant. He was telling us about Matthew 24, and Jesus was telling us this is prophecy. Matthew 24 is prophecy, just like the book of Revelation is prophecy. And so we are never surprised. Jesus said, watch out. Many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. Jesus was telling us what to look for in the last days. He was telling us that nation will rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. People will hate you for no reason. Parents will come against their children, children against their parents. Verse 9. Then they will deliver you up. Then they will deliver you up to tribulation and kill you, and you shall be hated by all nations for my name's sake. Now, we just experienced on the news, we just experienced that this man killed. He was in our military, but he was really in the jihad military. And he came here and, wearing a disguise. And he killed many people. And people say, well, how come we didn't know that? Why did we let that happen? And Jesus said, this is supposed to happen. They will deliver you up to tribulation and kill you, and you should be hated by all nations for my name's sake. Who? The Christians. And the United States is supposed to be a Christian nation. It's supposed to be a Christian nation. Yeah. It's looking at you, though. You got to twist it around. Can you see me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And verse 11, many false prophets will rise and deceive many. And because of lawlessness, the love of many shall turn cold because of sin. Sin, a lot of people love you today, they hate you tomorrow. You know, and many, the love of many will turn cold, but he that endures to the end, the same shall be saved. You know, this is people, like I say, people love you today and hate you tomorrow. The love of many will turn cold. And this should be a witness to all nations. Verse 14, and this gospel of the kingdom will be preached unto the whole world as a witness to all nations, and then should the end come. The gospel will be preached. Right now, the gospel is being preached into all nations. Never before have the gospel been preached into all nations until now. It's the only generation that the gospel is being preached into all nations. How are they being preached? Through the TBN, the Christian Network programs. The gospel is being preached into all nations with satellites and stuff like that. And so that's your sign that the end will come, because the preaching of the gospel is being preached into all nations. In verse 15, therefore, when you see the abomination spoken by Daniel, the prophet, stand in the holy place, whosoever read, let him understand. You know, then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and them that are on the housetop not go down to take anything out of his house, and let him who is in the field not return back to take anything out of his clothes. But woe unto those who are pregnant and those who are given to suck in those days. And pray that your flight be not in the winter, or neither on the Sabbath. Okay? What is Jesus talking about? He said the abomination of destruction spoken by Daniel, the prophet. He said, when you see these things. Now, your natural mind is saying, what did Daniel see? Daniel saw that he saw the end times. He had a dream of the end times. He saw the abomination. Okay? We call it Obama nation. Obama nation. Obama's nation. Okay? United States is Obama's nation. Remember my dream I told you all about, how Obama said it's almost time. And remember when I told y'all about that, and I told you that he said it's almost time, and then Hitler, a picture of Hitler showed up for that meant genocide, a time where trouble would come. Well, that's what Daniel saw. He said, when you see it, flee into the mountains. He said, when you see it, you know, he said, if you let him who's on the housetop not go down to take anything out of his house. That's verse 17. You know Katrina. Remember Katrina? When the floods and stuff came, people were I need my husband to read for me.
Where?
Verse 16 through 18.
Okay.
Not through 19.
Starting at 15.
Mm-hmm.
So when you see standing in the holy place the abomination that causes desolation, spoken of through the prophet Daniel, let the reader understand. Then let those who are in Judea flee to the mountains. Let no one on the roof of his house go down and take anything out of the house. Verse 18, let no one in the field go back to get his cloak. Verse 19, how joyful it will be in those days for a pregnant woman or a nursing mother. Pray that your flight will not take place in the winter or on the Sabbath. Verse 21, for there shall be great distress, unequal from the beginning of the world until now.
Yes. So he was telling us that what it would be like. It would be like that trouble would be so bad. It would be so bad. He said, pray that it would be not in the winter. Now, we know the weather is winter time, right? And winter, reason why I say pray that it don't be in the winter time, because the snow can, it can snow you in. And y'all remember the monster snowstorm that took place years ago? That monster snowstorm went from an ice storm into a monster snowstorm, and it went all over the United States. It went all through the trains and everything, covered houses and lands and everything. Wintertime. And in the wintertime, we don't know, there'd be freezing and cold, right? It can snow you in, and pray that it don't be in the wintertime or on the Sabbath. Why not the Sabbath? Saturday. The Saturday is the Sabbath. He said, why not? He said, pray that it don't be on the Sabbath. Why? Because things be closed on the Sabbath. A lot of things are closed on the Sabbath day. And he said, and pray that your troubles be not. He said, if you're on the housetop, don't go back in to get anything. And if you're in the field, don't go back to your house to get anything, because trouble is going to be so bad, such as not since the beginning of time, and for it's going to be really bad for pregnant women and those that get suck in those days. It's going to be really bad. So Jesus is warning us about the time, okay? Very plainly, he's warning us.